right, here's what I was waiting for a while. Battlestar Galactica, Issue 0 from Dynamite Comics Group. The reason I was so excited about this Battlestar Galactica book over all the other ones that have come out in the recent years is that this one is by John Jackson Miller. He's a great writer, he knows his stuff, and I was looking forward to what he was going to bring to Galactica. Now I want to say, I was a huge fan of the show back in the 70s. We just hosted a screening of the theatrical cut of the pilot last night. Literally last night I was watching Battlestar Galactica in a movie theater on the big screen, and today I'm talking about the Battlestar Galactica comic. I feel like I'm 6 years old again. Anyways, so that's what you need to know. I'm a Battlestar Galactica fan, so this book has a lot to live up to. There's a lot of what I was looking for. You know, I was looking forward to something spectacular here from this Battlestar Galactica comic. Let's see if it's in the book. All right, first page opens up. It's in black and white. Not sure why they chose to go black and white, but the first page here is in black and white. And this is what Adama used to say at the ending of each episode. And it is this. Fleeing from the Cylon tyranny, the last Battlestar, Galactica, leads a ragtag fugitive fleet on a lonely quest, a shining planet known as Earth. And that's what you need to know about the show. It's a fleet of spaceships that have been are from the 12 original colonies. They've all been decimated, and these are the surviving humans fleeing the Cylons, looking for a planet known as Earth. And here we are. So the Galactica is, at this point in the story, this is clearly after the series had ended, the original series, the Galactica is far ahead of the Cylons as the fleet passes through something called the Etherian Expanse. I don't know. The Etherian Expanse is controlled by the Kirinu. It's a new race of aliens that were not from the original show, but they kind of fit the aesthetic of the show. This is kind of something you would have expected to see if they were going to introduce aliens back on the 1978-79 television series. So the Galactica kind of bullies its way through the Expanse. This guy's a little upset about it, but Adama felt that he had to do this, even though it kind of went against his ethics and his morals. Now this would take you to this scene here. Adama and Ty, they're in Adama's quarters here, and they have this scene, and it's a very quiet, peaceful scene, and it's very much what you would have found in the original show. It's Adama, and they're questioning the ethics of what he just did, you know, and is this only the beginning? So this is the kind of moment the show had, and it was kind of nice to see them represent it in a comic book. So I thought that was kudos to them for not just keeping the action going, but taking a minute to have one of these quiet moments. So you have Apollo and Starbuck. They were the ones flying ahead in the Expanse. And then they run into this. Ooh, what is this? It's a new ship, and it's being followed by Cylons. So this is important to notice. The ship is being followed, but not attacked by Cylons. Something tells me that there's more going on here than meets the eye. But the Colonial Warriors are quick to attack, and they blow the Cylons out of the sky. Now, inside the ship is another new race. We're introduced to another new race. This is the Okati, and they're an alien race that's also new to BSG, like I said. But the only thing is, they don't quite fit the aesthetic of the show, in that they're these kind of cat people, and their costumes feel like they're from more of the late 80s or the early 90s, as opposed to the 1978-79 time when Galactica was made. So it kind of breaks the aesthetic of the show. But they find out they're soon not alone before they can actually get their hellos, and they're quickly attacked by another race of aliens. This is the what is this? The Comitat race? Yeah, these words. I gotta send Jonathan Jackson Miller an email about this and tell him to stop making up these crazy words. This is the Comitat. Now they're another race. Their ships, again, a little off from the aesthetic of the 70s. But this kind of opens up where the story's going. It's going to introduce new races, new challenges that go beyond the Cylons. I'm going to close the book here because I don't want to spoil too much more. I will flip to the back here. They did, this is a 0 issue, so it's not a full comic. But they did this cool thing back here where they had, where was it? Let's see if I can find it. I don't want to spoil the last page of the book. They included a sketchbook by the artist Daniel HDR. HDR, I guess that's what his last name is. That's initials or whatever. But it's a nice little sketch. The characters, they're the likenesses are close. They're not quite spot on perfect. But, it's nice to include this. Like I said, these aliens really don't quite fit the aesthetic of Battlestar back in the 70s, but it kind of fits more of what we used to see in the old Alien Legion comic in the 80s. But yeah, so that's about it. Like I said, it's this was a great new start for the new Battlestar Galactica series that's coming out from Dynamite by John Jackson Miller. I hope it goes for 100 issues. The writing and texture really evoke the feeling of the classic series, and the characters' voices are spot on. When Apollo speaks, you know it's Apollo. When Starbucks speaks, you know it's Starbucks. That's something I'm seeing in a lot of licensed comics these days. They're really not landing the voices of the characters, but John Jackson Miller does a great job from it. The art by Daniel HDR, like I said, it was good. The characters are slightly off their likenesses, but the texture is very much what the book needs. It has that 1978 Battlestar Galactica texture. The only exception, like I said, were the modern aliens and spaceships. But outside of that, this book could have passed for having been released back in '78 with the series. This feels like a 1978 Battlestar Galactica story, which is exactly what you want from a classic Battlestar comic. So I'm going to highly recommend this book. This is issue 0. It's out right now from Dynamite, only 35 cents. So you mean, why wouldn't you pick this book up? It's 35 cents. It's a good primer for the upcoming series. I highly recommend it. And if this is what the series is gonna be like, I highly recommend this series. Yes. So that's about it. Hey, if you read this issue 0, let me know what you thought about it. And also, do me a favor, visit cosmictimes.net. Hey, Steve, you love the book? Me too. I thought it didn't really have the texture of the series. I thought it really was a great Battlestar Galactica comic book. It's what I want, like I said, from Battlestar Galactica. All right, that's about it. Again, I can't highly recommend this book enough. And if you liked it, do me a favor, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. If you hated it, I want to hear about it too. I want to know what you thought about this book. Also, if you like this video, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. It's a thumbs up down there. Hit that for me. And also, if you hit the subscribe button, so you're subscribed to the Cosmic Times TV channel, because we're putting up all kinds of great videos. We just put up Heidi watches of the Venom movie, so you can listen to her thoughts on the Venom movie. And after you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button. If you hit the bell button, you'll be notified whenever we put up a video. We're trying to put up more. We don't put up a ton, but we're trying to put up a few more, so at least you'll be notified when that happens. And as the Cylons say, by your command.